Welcome to Six Figure Trucker, the podcast where we share advice on how to be successful in trucking and have fun while doing so. We'll share stories, news, and advice on how to earn six figures in trucking, and we'll speak to guys and gals that are already doing so. Let's get to the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Six Figure Trucker, brought to you by Norton Transport. And each and every one of you, if you join us each week, you know this is a format where we elevate and celebrate the drivers that make our company what it is. Now, last week we were joined by Geoffrey Njoroge, and he is joining us this week to talk more about his personal life. Geoffrey, how are you? Or JB, as your friends call you.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. Now, we had talked about before off the air, JB is a family nickname, but it's something that is personal and I guess somewhat private.
Yeah, it's somewhat private. Jeffrey means Jeff. B is a family joke that went on and that got caught onto me, and it's been that way ever since.
I got you. Now, your last name is Njoroge, and that is an African name. Is that correct?
Yes, Njoroge is an African name.
Now, you were born in Africa, and how long did you live there?
I was born in a country called Kenya. It's in the eastern part of Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Big country.
Yeah, I was there for about 26 years. Then I moved to America. Yeah, I was told of a dream called the American Dream, and me being a
Has it lived up to everything you heard?
well, we're getting there. We're trying to get there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And I
Do you-
decided to pursue the American Dream.
Gotcha. What do you miss about life in Africa?
Africa is it's more loving, more welcoming, more free. Yeah, we do not have the resources, but it's just free. Now, the problems about Africa is we have leaders who are really, really corrupt and they love money.
Mhm.
Now, compared to America, systems work in America. And that's one thing I love about it. The systems do work. You dial 911 and a cop shows up.
Right.
In my country, you dial 911 and the cop will ask you, where's the money for fuel?
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that happening in other parts of the world, Central America, namely.
Yeah.
But that kind of thing does happen where you don't have systems in place to stop it from happening.
Yeah. That's the difference. And
Now, you had mentioned last week that you love traveling. Have you been back to Africa since you moved
Yeah.
to America?
yeah, I always try to go back to Africa once every year or once every 2 years. It's just a good feeling being back there.
I'm assuming that you still have family there.
Oh yeah, I do have family. Plus, the American dollar is stronger back there.
So you can do a lot more.
Oh yeah, I can do a lot more.
How long do you stay in Kenya when you go back?
Probably about a couple of weeks to a month or two.
Gotcha. Any trips planned in the near future to go back to Kenya?
Yeah, maybe some time next year I might go back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You said that you love to travel, and are you a married man? I think you had mentioned something about coming home last week to the wife when you're on the road.
Yeah, I'm married.
Now, did you meet your wife in Africa or America?
No, we met out here in America.
Did she go back to Kenya with you?
Yeah, she goes. We've gone once back to Kenya together. Yeah.
Mhm. Did she enjoy it?
Oh, she loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you were telling me in your time in Africa, you were attracted to one sport in particular.
Mhm.
What sport captured your fancy?
I love playing rugby in Kenya. Yeah. Rugby is fun. It's a physical game. You get to tackle someone. It's to me, usually viewed it as a stress reliever.
I could imagine.
Oh yeah.
You had told me last week that it was for you the only way to get rough and tough.
Yeah. Yeah. The only way to get rough and tough is to play rugby.
Because in Kenya, you didn't have American football, obviously.
No, we don't.
Now, a lot of people probably don't understand rugby. I've watched it several times. I get the basic concept of it. But how would you break it down for people, for someone who played for such a long time as you did?
Now, rugby, there, I could say there are two categories of it. The one could be two, could be more, but the ones that I used to play most of the time was either the sevens or the 14s. What I mean by seven aside is 7 people per team,
Right.
and we usually pass the ball on the back, and it's you go and make your try. 14 is where
Gotcha.
it's 14 per team. Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's more physical because there's more people on the pitch, and it's more engaging. Yeah,
It's
those are
crowded on the field with 14
yeah,
per side.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, you were pretty good at it. I know you probably are not the kind of guy that will brag on yourself, but you played in high school and you went beyond high school, right?
Yeah. I went to the national teams for rugby, and it was cool. That was back when I was in high school. But when I went to campus, I met a good friend called Alcohol.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Rugby players, rugby players, I know a few of them, and they've got some crazy reputations, to say the least.
Oh yeah, and Bia and Rugby, they're really good friends, and I think I love Bia a little bit more than Rugby. And as a rugby player, we used to enjoy massages and stuff like that, and yeah, that kind of threw me off my rails because life was good.
I'm going to tell you a quick story, a rugby story. I was playing ultimate frisbee, and we went to a local bar after we would play. They were one of our sponsors, and there was a rugby team there, and they were initiating a player. Now, I'm sure you've seen some of these crazy initiations of other rugby players, but in this one in particular, um, he was on a table. Well, another player was on a table, bent over, and he had his shirt off, and they were pouring beer out of a pitcher down this one player's back,
Hmm.
and the player being initiated had to drink it. How can I say this delicately? Right before it hit a very private part of this player's body.
Yeah, that's
That
something rugby players. Yeah, yeah,
sounds like something rugby players would
yeah.
do.
That's something rugby players would do.
Did you ever see any crazy initiations like that, or take part in them yourself?
Not that crazy. We're not that crazy, but yeah, we did pretty wild stuff. Yeah.
Do you miss the days playing rugby, or do you? Could you play? You're 39 now. Could you still play?
I would play, but not that much. Probably just to get myself in shape. That's about it.
Gotcha. Now, being a national player, what position did you play?
I was a scrum half. Scrum half is
Okay.
yeah, where you get to you're like all over the field.
A lot of running.
A lot of running.
I'm imagining you got pretty big legs still today.
No, I'm actually a 5'5" guy. I was pretty athletic back then, but yeah,
Gotcha. Do you miss it?
yeah, I miss it. I miss it.
The brotherhood?
The brotherhood, just getting out there and just doing your thing. Coming back with dislocated shoulders and scratches all over. Yeah, it was fun. I like it.
Gotcha. Now, did rugby, a lot of people talk about this in team sports, how it helps them later in life. Did rugby give you a good basis, a good base to work off of?
Yeah, rugby kind of taught me about more on the discipline side. Yeah, you have to always anticipate someone's move. And that's the same thing you kind of do on the road. You kind of anticipate someone's next move.
Hmm.
You might get it, you
That
might
helped
miss
you.
it. Yeah, but you're out there just constantly thinking, what might they do? What might their next move be? Where might they run to next? How can I block him next? How can I get the ball from him? How can I do this? You're always thinking ahead.
Right.
No.
Tell us about your claim to fame on the field, on the pitch, rather. What was the highlight of your career? I mean, you had a long career. Is there one highlight that sticks out in particular?
Yeah, when we got selected, when I got selected to the national team, yeah, that was a highlight of my. Oh, yeah, it was, being ranked one of the best rugby players, and I not even from my country because I did it in a different country. Uh, that was awesome.
You bet.
That was my highlight.
Now, you were telling me earlier last week, not playing rugby now, but you still like to hike, walk, and get on the bicycle.
Yeah.
Now, is that something you still do to the day to
Yeah,
this
that's
day?
something I still do. I take hikes most of the time to just go hiking, but I haven't brought myself to the level of camping. So it's usually I go and I make sure I bring myself back home.
Hmm.
Biking just around the park or around the neighborhood. Just nothing too crazy.
Well, I wanted to kind of bring it full circle here. You're at home now in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, sir.
When's your next road? When's your next run?
My next run, I was looking at a run in Lebanon, Tennessee. I was just trying to figure out the math of how to get there, and
Hmm.
the load ends up in Everett in Washington.
Well, that's a nice run. That's a
That
nice
is a
run.
nice run. Yeah.
You got to get something from Texas to Nashville or the Nashville area.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's yeah.
I'm sure your dispatch team's looking. I'm sure they're looking and watching for you.
Yeah. 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 Either that or hopefully something out of Tulsa, maybe, because that's close to me. But Lebanon seems like a pretty decent run. Think I can make some money off that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Last thing I wanted to ask you, JB, before we wrap up here, what would your advice be to someone who's considering going from, like we heard last week, you were a trainer, OTR, had your own company, maybe someone going from that aspect of trucking to Driveaway? What would your advice be to them?
I would advise them be open minded. There's a lot that you do not know. You might think you know, but you don't. For instance, I can give this example. Right now, a lot of truckers are saying the market is bad. There are no loads. There are no these things are not happening. But as a driver, I'm delivering new trucks to customers. So how is it that the market is bad and there are people still buying trucks? So it kind of
Right.
opens up my mind to, okay, I think I might be missing something as a truck driver. Because if there are guys buying trucks and there are others saying the market is bad, then there's a misinformation somewhere.
It's not adding up.
It's not adding up because I've delivered those trucks. So I would tell a new truck driver, you have to open up your mind a little bit more, get the experience, come see what it's all about. Then
All
from,
right.
from there you can understand the trucking world a little bit better.
Gotcha. JB, that's some solid advice. We thank you very much for joining us, being on the program. We really appreciate what you do for Norton Transport. And I got to tell you, your dispatch team, they brag on you all the time.
I appreciate that. But I love them too. They're wonderful. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, JB.
Alrighty.
Six Figure Trucker is brought to you by Norton Transport. Norton Transport is a drive-away trucking company that customers can rely on. It offers excellent independent contract driving opportunities to professional, courteous, and qualified drivers that can provide the kind of service we deliver. If you're interested in learning more about Norton or just want to subscribe to the show, check out 6-figuretrucker.com. That's 6-figuretrucker.com.